Alright guys, so I'm gonna be straightforward with you. There is something that 100% I believe can fix your mental health. And a lot of the times you're gonna watch these videos and you're gonna think, oh, all this advice is just generic like ChatGPT type stuff where it's probably what AI is gonna tell you to do, right? It's just like the generic response, like the Google Chrome response, what like the average Joe is gonna tell you, what's gonna happen if you ask an NPC, how do I fix my mental health? And obviously you can make like full 1 hour videos on how to fix mental health, right? But believe it or not, I found something that it won't fix your mental health, but it will boost your mental health so much. And it's just a really easy hack. And I'm telling you this because some of these days I'll wake up and I won't be at my best. I'll try and meditate, but all the brain fog makes it hard. My mind's drifting away. I'm going to the gym. It's not the best workout ever. And I turn my phone off so like I don't get distracted, but yeah, I'll still go on my computer and like check notifications like every 20 minutes. But I found something that when I'm feeling like that, like I'm just constantly looking for like that cheap dopamine, I do this one task and suddenly I just feel so much better and like so much healthier, and I feel so much more productive. And this one hack for me is something you probably already heard about. It's journaling. More specifically, gratitude journaling. Now, this may seem crazy for you guys that gratitude journaling can have like such a beneficial effect, but for me it has, and chances are it will be the same for you. Now, I've always done gratitude journaling. What I used to do, though, to be honest, it used to be part of my morning routine. I've probably mentioned it a couple of times in some of these older videos. But pretty much, I used to write like sentences of stuff I'm grateful for. And I usually used to say a minimum of two. But because like it was like one of the later activities of my morning routine, I usually just ended up doing just two. Because it wasn't my priority. My priority was like the eat the frog task, like the work early in the morning. Then the meditation as well, cold showers, and I have changed my morning routine, so I might make a video on that later. But pretty much it was never that effective because just two sentences isn't gonna do much. Two sentences is better than nothing. That is important, but you should never aim to do just two. Like just two should be like the bare minimum, like something you would have to do if you're like really in a rush. So what I'm aiming to do now, I'm aiming to do 10. And I've switched it up. I don't do it in the morning now. I do it as like an afternoon break thing. So I have more time to do it. And I'll just tell you what I did today. So I got a bit of work done in the morning. I did my home workout in the morning. I'm currently back in Italy on a trip, so I don't have access to the gym now. Long story, but pretty much. I had lunch, and when I had lunch, if you do have carbs, you do get that kind of like brain fog feeling that puts you out of the mood and makes you more like looking for cheap dopamine type stuff instead of just doing hard work. So what I did, I went down to the beach. I'm like a 5 minute walk away from the beach here. It's just such a nice place. And I brought a backpack with me, and in the backpack I brought a note, like this notebook here. And I also brought just a regular book to read. I'm currently reading, I think it's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. A good book I'm reading. And what I do is pretty much I just invert the reading with the gratitude journaling. I start off with a bit of reading. I'll do like 10 pages. Then the gratitude journaling, and then back to reading. But let's focus most of all on the gratitude journaling. Now, it's pretty plain and simple. All you do is just journal on 10 things that you are grateful for. Now, this may seem like very easy, but trust me, it actually gets harder the more you write, because you start off with the basic things. Something may have happened to you in the last couple of days which you're grateful for, so you'll say that you're grateful for that thing that happened to you, you're grateful for the person that allowed that to happen, you're grateful for this other person. However, you might get to like 6 and 7 and you might find it harder to actually come up with stuff that you're grateful for. But that doesn't mean that there aren't stuff that you're grateful for. It's just hard to think of them once you get to like 6 or 7. But the beauty of it is that there are, I believe, infinite things to be grateful for in this world, and it's just a matter of like acknowledging them. So I'll actually just look into some of the last ones I wrote down. And yeah, the first ones are just like me being grateful for some people for stuff they've done for me in recent events. But you can also get like stuff that you sometimes take for granted, and but you're never really grateful for, because you never really take it into account that much. So I just wrote here, I'm grateful for like having all my limbs. I'm grateful for still being young and still being athletic and still being like quick, still being able to see properly. Because just imagine like 70 years go by and you're maybe in your deathbed, or you're not like you've lost your senses, you can't see as well, you can't hear as well. Imagine what it would be like at that time to just be able to return to this moment here where you can see perfectly, you can hear perfectly. You've got to realize how big of a privilege it is to have all this stuff. And obviously, everyone watching this video won't be my age, but still, any age, I think there are still things to be grateful for. Like, if you are middle-aged watching this video, which I don't know, but it could be possible, you could just be grateful for everything that you've gone through. You could be grateful for all the lessons you've learned, and that's still a thing that I can be grateful for, because obviously, to a lesser extent, I've lived through stuff and I've had experiences that I'm grateful for. And yeah, the point is there's so much stuff that you can be grateful for, and you can even go for like the basic stuff which you take for granted. Like, you can just say, I'm grateful for this pen. I'm grateful for the fact that I have this notebook. I'm grateful for the tree that was used to make the paper on this notebook. It can be that simple. And genuinely, by the time I'm finished with this, every single time, I feel so much better. My mental health is just boosted, and I believe this is actually just a quick fix for your mental health. Obviously, for all the other videos that say like you need to obviously develop your mental health for other stuff like meditation, getting rid of like screen time, stuff like that, that's obviously like for the more long term. But I genuinely believe gratitude journaling, the moment you write 10 things you're grateful for, it just gives you an immediate boost to the day. It makes you feel so much better, and obviously if you do it every day as a habit, it will overall increase your long-term mental health. And I will probably make a more detailed video, but this is just something that I realized today, so I felt I needed to make a video about it, because I believe that together, like sharing information like this, we can just create such a strong healthy community, and we can escape just being addicted to our phones and addicted to all like this modern junk. If we need to learn how to use this stuff. Like, I have nothing against having a phone, it's just a matter of being able to use it properly and being able to limit yourself. Because the reason why all these resources exist is because people use them, and although it's the fault of some companies of making all this stuff addictive, it's also our fault for falling for this stuff. We are humans, we do make mistakes, we're not perfect, but I believe that all of us can make an effort to try and be better ourselves and better the community as a whole. So went a bit off topic there, but hope you guys enjoyed, and keep a strong mind and stay like a lion. Peace.